My dad keeps his spare oil in his engine bay. No way. Oh man, that is wild. What the hell? Could that not be incredibly stupid? Could this be catastrophically dangerous? Or is this just dumb and annoying? Excuse me, what am I looking at today? Oh, infuriating subs. Of course I am. Mugs with hollow handles. Why? How am I supposed to clean that? I don't even know if you are supposed to clean that. I mean, you obviously are. You should. But yeah, absolute nightmare, cheap garbage crap. I'm not drinking out of that mug after one use because Lord only knows what kind of bacteria is going to start growing and existing up in that little area that I can't really get to. My wife said she's nearly filled a 512 gigabyte iPhone and needs a 1 terabyte. This is what I found when I looked at her storage. All right, let's see. Oh my God, messages. Holy Lord, 253 gigabytes. Damn, I thought my 56 was crazy. Did I say 56? It doesn't matter. Tried weighing myself today. Oops, holy crap. Huh, didn't figure something like that could happen, and I'm fairly certain you're not like 9,000 pounds, so that's weird. Should I worry about being electrocuted? Oh, at all times, for sure. Don't go in there. Fire the individual responsible for this. Oh, man, you know what? I'll do you one better. Kill him? Well, this is screwed up. Please use tongs to pick pastries. Thank you. Please, the tongs, the tongues, the tongues. Okay, what is it? Oh, this is ancient, dog. Oh, my Lord. This is Ariana Grande licking a donut that someone else bought. Or someone else is probably going to buy, right? Isn't that what this clip is from? Did she ever, make any kind of statement about how nasty and weird that was to do? I'm sure she doesn't do this anymore, but yo, that is so f***ing gross, and, everything comes back to arrogance, dog. Went to a hockey game, and some guy broke the glass barrier, so now this is my view. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. Wait, all the way up there. Some guy, how'd they do that? What did he do? I went to pick a dash in this Thai restaurant, and I asked to use the bathroom, and this is what I see. Oh. Well, I don't know about this being infuriating, but it is very odd. You know, I guess if you, do need more room in here, though, this could be a bit of an issue, but this is the sort of thing I would, of course, giggle at. Being a fully able-bodied person, I'd walk in here and go, what in the actual hell is going on in here? They couldn't put that table anywhere else? Or those chairs? Maybe out on the restaurant floor where people need to sit and eat off of tables? Really? The dollar store is selling these beta tanks? We really need to, as a society, stop promoting this misconception. Are you talking about the fish tanks? Those little tiny goddamn fish tanks? Yeah, okay, wow. That's crazy. Where did you say this was? At a dollar store. Okay, so that's even better. At a dollar store, they're selling an animal torture device for $5, so that's even cooler. I'm not a fan of this sort of thing. I hope you're not a fan of it either, because that's crazy. Can you fucking imagine being placed in a 4-foot by 6-foot glass box with a chair, maybe a mattress for you, and that's it. Your whole life. And I don't care how long the lifespan is. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. Can you imagine that, though? Just being locked in there, in someone's house. You know what I mean? You're the fucking fish. You're just locked in a tank. You know? You see, there's something a little fucked up going on here. This is what was brought to me at a restaurant for my birthday. Oh, this ought to be surefire good, right? It's just the candle. It's just the candle. That's really funny. That's the sort of thing I would request be done as a joke, and then I'd have them bring out the actual, cake or whatever it is that they normally do. But that's really funny. I'm sorry. I'd be a little annoyed, sure, but I also feel like at a certain point, I don't know if you pay for these things. I'm not sure what it usually is anymore, because I know that some restaurants will just give, the birthday person, a free slice of cake or pie or cheesecake, whatever it is, right? But we do have to kind of get to a point where we no longer expect I guess a free anything just because it's our birthday. Like, as cool as it is to get it, I never expect it. You know what I mean? My blueberry muffin had a single blueberry. All right, I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm going to be brutally honest with you here, my friend. You ready? You ready to hear it? You're not ready to hear it. Technically, no false advertising was had. It is still a blueberry muffin. Isn't that great? It's not, remember, they're not called blueberries muffins. It's not a blueberries muffin. So as long as they give you one, it's technically the truth. My boss's response to me saying I can't come into work on my day off. All right, hey, good morning, sir. It appears I messed up on the schedule. Would you be able to work tonight with Colleen? I am not able to. That would be very helpful. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate it. See you at 7. The irony of this, while the words communicate effectively are still visible. Please tell me you sent that. Please tell me you sent that. There's no way he just didn't know what you said or didn't read it. No way. No fucking way. 1:25 p.m. and he responded at 2:20 p.m. No. I said, no. The discussion ends there. It goes so far. Apparently my brother is incapable of baking and burnt the banana bread and the gloves and snapped the oven door. Yeah, okay, that's burnt for sure. This is kind of a picture, by the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. This picture sucks. Do you have any more for us? Okay, that's a better one. Didn't realize he was going for so much banana bread at once. I'd still take a bite of that. I don't know. You didn't take a picture of the other banana bread because it looks fine on top, doesn't it? I know it's burnt around the edges and bottom, but it looks fine otherwise, doesn't it? You just don't want to show that one. You want to show the worst one. Of course you do, right? What about the oven? What happened over there? Oh, okay, so we got the burnt glove. I totally forgot about the burnt oven mitt. All right, gotcha. That's actually kind of interesting. No burn marks on it, but whatever. Okay, yeah, and snap the handle right off of the door. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a little bit more impressive, I would say, than just not being able to bake. But I will say, I'd absolutely still have some of that bread. Last minute cancellation. Oh boy, was there a good excuse? The casserole I spent 2 hours making for D&D night, which was canceled by my roommate, another player, 5 minutes after I pulled it out of the oven. They went to a last-minute dinner party instead. All right, look, that does look good. I don't even need to know what's in there, just give me a bite. You know what I'm saying? I understand that last-minute stuff is pretty common, that happens. However, in this case, this wasn't like an emergent thing. This was I was invited to something else, and I would much rather have done that. But at a certain point, you can't. I'm sorry, dude. At a certain point, at the 11th hour and 59th second, you don't get to come out and go, yeah, I would rather go and do this, so I'm going to go and do that. That's beyond just hurting someone's feelings, all right? But that does look good, though. Again, I don't need to know what it is. I just want some for myself. If only there were some other way to make a toothbrush look like an F. Huh. Ferguson Dental Associates. Look, it was done very well. I will say that sign, very well put together. It pops, it's pretty, I can still read it, but yeah, maybe, you know what, no, there's no way when they were designing this they didn't think about how a toothbrush could look like an F, right? There is no way the thought didn't cross their mind. I let my mom live with me, and every time I turn down the heat, she removes the thermostat. She just takes it off the wall and just like hides it in her room. Oh, yeah, she actually just takes the fucking thermostat away. Again, I don't care if you're my mom, but if you take my thermostat away, I don't think you're gonna be hanging around my house very often. The entitlement on that shit. You put my goddamn thermostat back. Or you know what? I'm just turning the heat off. My boyfriend says the way I eat Hershey bars are mildly infuriating. Oh God, do you like weirdly nibble your way down the bar? Not like breaking off pieces or anything like that? Oh, you do! You do! No! Honestly, I've done it like this before. I just don't give a shit. This is I know it says serving size 4 pieces, but fuck off. Just get the hell out of here. Serving size 4 pieces. Man, I made a video over on my YouTube channel, Robin Nelson, easy to find. I think it's down in the description below. One of my first videos on that channel is about serving sizes and how dumb they feel, and how it just doesn't seem to make much sense at all. I'm glad that the nutrition facts are there, but no. That bar is 1 serving for me big fat man, okay? Gimme. So, you know what? If I eat it like this, who gives a shit, man? I'm not gonna sit there and daintily break off little pieces and eat it like that. No, it's a bar. I'm gonna take a bite. Well, we know how people will feel about this. Artisan, stop hiring humans. The era of AI employees is here. Yeah, you go right ahead. You go right ahead and hire just AI for your employees and see how long your dipshit company lasts. Although, if I had to guess, this company, Artisan, whatever, obviously they specialize in AI garbage. I'm assuming that their whole thing is, like a lot of startups, try to get as valuable as humanly possible, as fast as humanly possible, so you can sell, make a profit, and fuck off while the company burns, dies, and a bunch of dudes invested in nothing. You know, that seems to be what happens a lot. Sometimes my phone has a flashlight, sometimes it has a torch. I have no idea why it changes. Extra dim, torch, on and off. Let me check what mine is, because I think on iPhone it's the same all the time. I don't even think it says. I mean, no, it doesn't really say anything about it. I don't think it's labeled other than with, like, weird. It does make me wonder, is there just some guy rolling out Android updates that's a bit of a smartass and wants to annoy the hell out of you? Is it the specific, like, fork of Android? What phone do you have? Oh, now it's flashlight. There it is. I'm not sure. Personally, I think torch is... It just makes more sense than flashlight, because when you think about the name flashlight, I don't turn on my flashlight just to quickly blink at something. It's on. It's supposed to illuminate the room. Plus, as I, learned a very long time ago, why it's called a torch. Think about how you hold a torch. You hold it up in the air. It illuminates the area around you. Now, you can't do this outside, but if you're inside, point your flashlight at the ceiling, and you're going to freak out at how much it just bounces the light around the room. It is modeled and designed after a torch, but with the added benefit of being able to aim it directly at things. So torch, better name, flashlight, Your phone is British American. Huh. How unfortunate, I'm sorry. Don't be that tourist in Japan. Okay, cool. Right, so the tourist with 10,000 bags taking up space? Like, come on, man. Come on. There are places for that stuff to go. Generally on these trains, aren't there like overhead bins or luggage racks? They're trains. There's so much freaking room on trains, and if you don't want to let them out of your sight, which I totally get, sit near them. That's usually an option. If you got too much, maybe you should have thought of that. Maybe now you just need to go stand out of the way with your luggage and not be selfish. Think about other people for just one moment. And it's even more diabolical to have the backpack on the other seat. You don't own all 4 seats. Just because you have a ton of luggage does not mean you get to just do that. You can when everyone is out of the way, but the trains there carry the vast majority of the population. So no, you don't just get to do whatever you want. Come on. My mom decided to climb this when she was upset with my family and could not get down. Had to call 911. They had a laugh. Oh, no, okay, wait. So she got pissed off and climbed essentially like, it's not quite a cherry picker, but whatever. How the hell did she get up there? She couldn't get down from there? But she could get up there. Like, I know that with trees it might be different. You know, you have a little panic, you forget the route you took up and what the safest way to get back down is or something, because, I don't know, trees are a little bit more chaotic in form than this singular way up and singular way down machine. But, I don't know, I find it really, really funny that she just got pissed off, climbed that apparently, but could not figure out that she could climb back down the exact same way, form and all, to get back down to the earth. Well, at least they had a good laugh about it later. When my doorbell disconnects from the Wi-Fi, it turns red to let porch pirates know it's no longer being monitored. Oh, come on, what kind of design flaw is that? There's no way that's an intentional thing, right? That's crazy. That has to be something that just whooshed past everybody, all the way through QA. I was eating some sunflower seeds. When I checked the expiration date, I found out that they're older than me. Holy shit, how old are they? Oh my god. Oh lord. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's, did they make you feel bad? I mean, how dangerous would these be being super expired? Like super 24 years expired. How dangerous could they really be since they're just, sunflower seeds? It seems like they might have tasted a little bit odd to you, and that's why you checked, or maybe you were just sitting there eating them and then decided to check offhand and went, oh my god. Please finish your sentences. This is unnecessary. Your laptop was delivered today, but that doesn't sound good. Did it come in damaged? I'm confused why you didn't finish your sentence. Sent the wrong laptop? Scammed? Rocks came in instead? Yeah, whoever did that is a jackass. Not actually like some evil bad person, but you intentionally worded your message to freak the other person out. You wanted to spike their anxiety, you knew it would cause a ruckus, so you decided to try and sound cool and mysterious. When I get home, I'm gonna kick you right in the dick. It's the mild annoyances. It's not completely psychotic, but it is disrespectful. You did this on purpose, and maybe, you know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe what happened was they split it up into 2 messages, but for some strange reason, the second one still hasn't sent yet. Either way, why? Sister cut her arm getting out of the car. Holy shit, dude. So what do you do in that situation, right? Douchebag with microscopic testicles has the dumbest looking f***ing truck on the road, but it's also kind of dangerous. Someone cut themselves and might have to get like a tetanus shot because you thought it would be cute to put sharp spikes on your truck. You are expecting somebody at some point to fall on them, hurt themselves with them, and it probably brings you some kind of joy or something. Why else would they be here? Like, if they're just for aesthetic purposes because you think they look cool, they wouldn't be fucking sharp. Not enough tater tots in the bag to finish my casserole. Oh, man, yep. Now that's a mildly infuriating ordeal right there. Also, please tell me that the Galaxy A15 has the option to turn off the dumb fucking advertising watermark. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so, curse heavy this time around, especially to the editor, but, what am I supposed to say? That's on by default, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain you can turn it off. However, the fact that Samsung has the balls to watermark your photos with your phone that you gave them hundreds to possibly thousands of dollars for, even though I'm pretty sure this is just on the lower end model, A15 being a cheaper one, that takes a lot of balls by default. It's kind of like when you go to a car dealership and they leave a bumper sticker, or even worse, like a chrome glued on sticker that looks like a badge. Those things on your cars, no, I just bought a car from you. I'm taking that off. Or you're going to take that off. It's not yours anymore. It's mine. The transaction is done. We're not advertising for you for free. Now look, if Samsung wants to give me free cell phone service in exchange for their phone being advertised in every photo I post, sure. Okay. But they don't offer you anything in return. They just know that you're not going to turn it off because we're all too lazy to do that. How bad of an issue does this have to be for the grocery store to put up this sign? Please throw empty bottles of vanilla extract into the trash, not into the toilet. Thank you. Empty bottles of vanilla extract are being shoved into the toilet? Someone's doing that on purpose. There's no way you're dumb enough to be flushing plastic bottles down a toilet, man. I'm sorry. Does this type wall surface ever serve a purpose? Or did the person who invented it just hate skin? I don't know if it serves a purpose at all, actually. Maybe over years of wear and tear, it doesn't look as bad as something else. I don't know.